Jar Jar Binks actor thanks Star Wars fans after sharing suicide attempt. Whoa, 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 wait, what is this? Somebody's actually thanking Star Wars fans? Get the hell out of here. How's it going, everybody? This is Phil. This is a follow-up to the Ahmed Best story we discussed a couple of days ago. And I thought it was very important to share this because it illustrates what I've been saying all along, in that there's still a lot of love to be found in this Star Wars fan community. And even our section that's been, labeled to be toxic. It's really not the case, and this narrative that we're all a bunch of rabid, toxic, crybaby fans who can't separate an actor from their performance. It's just nonsense. I mean, for me personally, I wasn't the biggest fan of Jar Jar Binks, but I never held Ahmed Best responsible for the character, and I never wished him ill will. That's just stupid. If anything, George Lucas was the one who should have seen all the backlash for that character, and not saying that he didn't. I mean, he's gotten his fair share as well, but look, Ahmed was simply doing his job. Anyway, let's cruise through this one. It says Jar Jar Binks is one of the most one of the most hated characters in the Star Wars universe, and it's not a secret. Jar Jar has become the punching bag of the franchise, with even the cast and crew of other Star Wars projects stomping on the character. However, what many seem to forget is that Ahmed Best portrayed the character, and negative backlash almost led the actor to taking his own life. After admitting suicidal thoughts over the negativity, the Star Wars fan community reached out with intense support for Best. See that? The Star Wars fan community. Okay, not the Last Jedi haters, not the Last Jedi supporters, not prequel defenders or original trilogy purists, just the Star Wars fan community, the community as a whole. And that's important, because it shows we all understand what's truly important at the end of the day. And I can guarantee you that plenty of fans who have been inaccurately labeled as being toxic recently probably made up just as many of the fans who aren't as vocal and choose to fight this battle we find ourselves in. Everybody reached out. I'm certain, from every section of this community. At the end of the day, we're not all that different. All right. Ahmed Best took to Twitter to thank Star Wars fans for their outpouring of love and support that they gave to him. Best says that he was overwhelmed by the love and kindness that he was offered after admitting how the Jar Jar Binks backlash hurt him personally. Overwhelmed by love and kindness. Love and kindness. I think there's still very much a lot of that in this community. I think it's more abundant in our section of the community than the shill media would like to have the public at large believe, because it isn't sexy to write about nice people, typically. He closed by stating that all the fan support means a lot to him. He had this to say: "Thank you all for your love and kindness. It's been overwhelming. I'm going to start writing this show. Going to need help because I've never done this before. I'll be trying stuff out and posting it here. Let folks know. Thanks for all your support. It means so very much to me." If that doesn't warm your heart, then I don't know what to tell you. I really couldn't be happier for the man, and can only imagine how overjoyed, he must feel at this point to know that so many people who are passionate about Star Wars actually do root for him, and love the man and support him in whatever next step he takes in his life. I'm sorry he had to endure everything he did in the past. But look, he was strong and got through it. And now here he finds himself on the receiving end of more well wishes, and hoping for the best, and love and support, and kindness than he probably ever thought he'd receive in 20 years from where he found himself. In 20 lifetimes. He probably never thought that he'd get such, an outpouring of love. So let's continue. It's been nearly 20 years since Jar Jar Binks was introduced to the Star Wars universe, and the backlash was immediate. I remember that being an instant topic of discussion and disgust. It was a time before the internet was in every household, but hardcore Star Wars fans let their outrage carry on over the years. There's long memories in this fandom. Again, it's not only fans who dumped on Ahmed Best's performance as Jar Jar. Even J.J. Abrams, who some fans refer to as Jar Jar Abrams, wanted to kill off the character and publicly said so. That's one of the greatest troll nicknames. Mark Hamill has taken to praising Ahmed Best's work as Jar Jar Binks over the years, stating that the character was supposed to be annoying. If that was the objective, then he stuck that landing. The Luke Skywalker actor even went as far as to joke that he liked Jar Jar better than Jabba the Hutt. That's clearly a joke, Mark. Surely you jest, sir. But he did deem the Jar Jar Binks tongue candy to be the oddest of all the Star Wars merchandise, until he remembered the Tauntaun action figure with removable stomach. Wow, I don't even remember that. Gotta love those old school 80s toys. Hamill might be the nicest person in the Star Wars universe. Absolutely, sure he is. And that's why we love him, and that's why we all were, so offended with what they did to Luke. And in turn, really what they did to Mark, disregarding his input into the movie and how the character was being handled. So look, both Kelly Marie Tran and Daisy Ridley have deleted their social media accounts after getting attacked by angry Star Wars fans online. We still don't have confirmation with Kelly Marie Tran. Nobody wants to say anything regarding her. What's going on over here? Ridley claims that social media is bad for mental health. Yes, I would agree with that. When you're a person in the public eye, yeah, especially so. I don't I don't disagree with her on that. It only seems to be getting worse in the case of trolls unloading onto the actors and actresses who portray fictional characters on social media. At least Ahmed Best was able to get something positive out of sharing his experience with fans. You can read the response to the Star Wars fans and their outpouring of support below, thanks to Ahmed Best's Twitter account. All right, so, like I said, we need some positivity. That's really it for this article, guys. I just wanted to follow up on this because I think happy endings are important, and I haven't really seen anybody do a follow-up on this, at least me kind of clicking around today. So, look, Ahmed Best has taken quite a circuitous route to arrive at this place in his life. And I find his story to be inspiring, with all we know, and where it has culminated, arriving at this point in time. I certainly wish him all the best, and couldn't be happier for the guy. I'm not on Twitter as of yet. I know I'm a little behind the times on that, but I'm thinking eventually I'll end up there with this channel as it continues to grow. But for those of you that are, and a part of this quote-unquote fandom menace community, I think it would speak volumes, to just take a moment of your time and head over to Ahmed's Twitter and show him some of the support and love we're capable of. The very thing we've been accused of not being able to do by the toxic shill media. I like that. Toxic shill media. It has a nice ring to it. Two can play the labeling game. Biatch. So, thanks to everybody for watching. Please feel free to like and comment down below. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving that little bell a click so you can be notified next time I post a video. Until next time, be happy, be safe, be healthy, and have a great day, guys. Enjoy your Saturday. Bye-bye.